How's it going, readers and writers? Welcome to WordForge. My name's Kevin. If you hear a kitten in the background meowing, well, she's currently in heat. If you don't know what that means, it pretty much means this. So anyway, last week I actually did do some writing, surprisingly. I wrote 1,265 words. Those are all original. Originally, as we can all see, this story was called Skippy. I've ultimately changed that to The End, E-N-D. Reason being is I had a premise for an idea where I had this cyborg, and the only thing about him that's human or organic is his brain. Everything else is, machine. But he's the kind of machine that does look like a human. Whether we're talking Data kind of looking human or a little more realistic, I haven't quite figured it out. I'll figure that out later. But a million years into the future, he's the only remnant left of humanity, or let alone androids, robots, cyborgs, that kind of thing. He's the only one left. And then the premise I came up with is he was going to run into an alien. But beyond that, I never really thought of what to do with it. That is not this story in any facet that thereof. We are way into the future, and we're talking like the destruction of Earth kind of future, so approximately 1 billion years into the future. And it's called The End for a variety of reasons, couple of reasons, which, you might be able to figure out, but at the end of the day, irrelevant. So I was originally going to submit the story to Clark's World when it was the whole alien idea. But then I kind of changed it, and I decided, you know what, let's do a writing contest because they have been around for a while. So this is the Writers and Illustrators contest. It is done every year, no entry fee. Now, apparently they are attached to L. Ron Hubbard right here, but it has nothing to do with Scientology. I've already researched it, read a few blog posts from people that have entered the contest and won, or listened to a video of somebody who entered the contest and won, and Scientology plays no part in the contest whatsoever. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really care that L. Ron Hubbard created Scientology. It's irrelevant to me, especially for the purpose of what we're trying to go with, which is to get my name out there, to be known. So I think one of the best ways is to enter a writing contest. Now over here I also have, I actually think this is okay, it's on a different computer. I have a tab for writing contest, and there's also the Writer's Digest. They do one as well. That one is an entry fee, and I might end up doing that one too. Now, so the actual book, if I were, that's the key here to win, the winners of the contest, their stories will appear in the next volume, and it's also open to artists, as I mentioned. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Here we are. Some of their newer ones actually have colored pages in the front. I guess this one is just maybe before they start doing it. But anyway, it's a contest for both writers and illustrators specific to science fiction and fantasy. As you also probably saw on the screen, I plan on submitting to I have a bunch. We got some mystery ones here, like the Alfred Hitchcock Mystery Magazine. This one, Mystery Magazine. Ellery? I probably mispronounced that, but whatever. And then, of course, we have some other science fiction, like The Analog, Asmavos. Some that don't even come in a physical form. They're just literally like E-type magazines. This one actually has quite a few. This is their fantasy one. Science fiction. Pseudo, I believe, is their horror, which I might even look to submit something to Creepypasta. You don't get paid for this one, but it has to be 500 words, so I figured it would be a good challenge to try and do that one. This is all I really got. If this is your first time watching a video, I am a writer. I do have a published short story. It's no longer up and available because I felt that it wasn't good enough after reading it. There's a whole story behind it that I talked about in a previous video, but needless to say, I do plan on rewriting that one. You can stick around because that's what I'm going to do. Unlike other booktubers or author tubers, at least the more well-known ones that I've seen, I'm going to actually attempt to go down the route of traditional publishing, which also means I'll eventually be doing videos of, when I get a rejection letter, even videos if I enter a contest and I didn't win anything. I'll talk about it. And I think it would be good experience for me. And then, of course, the video will be good experience for anyone that's watching the video. And maybe they're thinking about going traditional publishing, but they kind of want a more in-depth look from somebody that's new attempting to do it. That's kind of the iteration here. But a lot of those videos are a future plan, not happening anytime soon. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And remember, reader and writers, keep forging.